Hey guys, welcome to Daniel the Programmer.
Now we see React app has been created, okay, and we see on our local host we have these. Okay, so now we have to clean up our React app to remove what we will not actually need. Okay, so what we will do is we will not need this logo, can delete it. Okay, app.js, app test, we will not need this. Okay, app.js logo was removed, so we'll remove this. Here we can clean this up too. Okay, you can just return maybe a paragraph here and say test. Okay, what else? You see, now we have this. Okay, we can just have a basic test React application like this. Okay, now our aim is to build this component. Okay, this enter your password component. It's very important. We have different sections of it, right? So now we're going to structure our project in a way that is going to contain all that. Okay, now we said earlier that React is made up of components. Okay, so a component is like a piece of the user interface that has its own logic and appearance. So once we check here, what do we notice? We have an image which we can call it like our avatar. We have our input, then we have, like, let's say login, and we have this button that is more like a toggle, like toggle button, and so on and so forth. So first thing is we'll do what I call separation of concerns. So a separation of concerns should be done within the source. Okay, within our source, what we will do is we can have, sorry, it's in capital letters. We can have components. Now within our components, as we identified, we are going to have our avatar. Okay. What other component can you notice that we spoke of? We spoke of, let's say, the input. What other component did we notice? We noticed the login component. Okay, we have our login. What other component did we notice? We notice this, we can call this as a mini component, let's say toggle component. Okay, now sorry, it has to be within the components. We have the toggle. So now each of these components will have their own stylings. Okay, that makes them unique, right? So now for our React application, you discover that this output we have here, this test, where does it actually originate? You see, in our index.js, we have our app. Now, if we get into this app, we discover that everything originates from the app.js. Okay. Now, for us to build our components, we have to display them within the app. All right. So another further restructuring that I would like us to do is for us to have where we are going to store our images. Okay, our images need to have its own directory and also stylings. So what I usually do is within the source I have my components, right? Then I have, sorry, within the source I have my components, I have CSS. Okay, that's where I'm going to do all my major stylings. Then you can have, maybe you can decide to have your assets or your image. I'll just call it image for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, so this gives us like a good structure, or should I say baseline. But now this report web vitals are not needed, so we're going to clean it up. Okay, this setup tests and all are not really needed, so we'll clean it up too. Now we have our index.js, index.css, app.js, app.css. Okay, now we have this error, can't resolve report web vitals. Okay, modern of account results in the all right for the password component. Now it takes us to index.js. All right, so this is not present.